The AR-15 is one of the most versatile rifle platforms on the face of the earth. And CJ and I, man, we're just two guys with a warehouse full of gun parts, building new rifles and talking about them every single week here on YouTube. Because we're just two guys, there's only so many different configurations that we can come up with every single week. So what I did is I went to Twitter and the YouTube community tab and I put out a message to you guys, our community. We wanted to see what you guys built, why you built them, and what parts you're using. Now that I've got a big list of all of that, we're gonna sit down, CJ and I, and we're gonna review your builds. Let's get into it.
Okay, Josh, I have the pictures for us to react to. So we're gonna put them up on this little TV, but then we'll also throw them on screen here for the YouTube audience to see.
The power of movie magic.
The power of movie editing magic, yes. But our first submission is from that, I assume that means that gun guy. Is that what that's supposed to say?
Yeah, on Twitter you get the regular gun emoji, unlike on everything else where it's a squirt gun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay.
This is from at 10gusan09 on Twitter. Says his build's a Anderson lower with a kit from CDNN with a Bushmaster barrel. Then he's got a $20 LPVO that he snagged from some place called Ollie's. And the purpose of his build was to build an AR-15 for under $300. And thanks to sales, he was able to accomplish that with just a few pennies to spare, which is something to say for those of you who spend your entire year waiting for specific sales to pop off at certain places so you can save 15 cents plus free shipping.
Well, you know, that's usually what I'm doing. As you know, my builds are usually pretty scuffed like that. I'm gonna twist this upside down. That would be a cool video idea. I mean, let us know down in the comments if you think that would be something. If I can twist,
I'm over here like looking at it like.
If I can like twist this, there we
go.
go.
See what he went with here. So it looks like he's got CJ, you're killing me.
Okay, that's gonna have to. Oh my gosh!
CJ's
Wasn't this doing it before?
This.
Okay, I'm clearly not good at this. Here we go. So let's just look at it.
You had it perfectly fine earlier.
I did. So let's see. So he's got this stock right here.
What is that? That looks like just a Magpul Mo, or is that a B5?
That looks way more intricate than a Magpul Mo, but it kind of has that A-frame look. But then it has a QD mount here. I'm not sure what stock this is. I mean, he doesn't say in his kit list.
It's got the Mo lever on it.
But yeah, but I really like it.
That's an A2 grip.
Absolutely, sure. A2 grip with the nub still on there. I know some people like to shave those off. I know I like to anyway, and wrap some tape around or whatever. Yeah. Regular Magpul mags here, and then he's also got some. What kind of optic is this again?
He said it's a $20 LPVO. So
oh my gosh,
that is like the sporting goods store special. Is my bet. That's
I didn't know
like a Burris or maybe even something more inexpensive than a Burris. I didn't know you could quite zoom in.
I didn't know you could get that that cheap with.
Ooh, that got real pixelated.
Yeah, it does. Like when it goes from here to here. What do you think of this cantilevered over? Like I've never quite. That looks like a mount on top of a mount. But it's so cheap, I'm sure that it's not that deep. But
yeah, it's probably not that deep at all. That's probably just, this is probably attached to this mount. It's just a cheapo mount. Same with the optic is my bet.
Okay.
If I were to upgrade this, two things pop out right away. One, we're gonna get rid of this DI handguard. No, we don't say that word.
Oh, that's right.
YouTube gets upset. So I'm gonna call this the DI handguard.
Yeah.
So that's like the old.
I thought you meant like direct impingement or something like that. I'm like, what?
This is like the old A2 handguard. That's probably the first thing I'm changing out on this. And I mean, you can get a 2A Basics, you can get a Stinger, you can get a Midwest.
UTG makes them that go around the old school gas block here, which I don't even think he quite has. It's not a low profile gas block, but it's not one of the old school like classic M4 gas blocks or whatever.
The peened over sling swivel on it there.
Okay.
I keep pointing at it like you guys can see what I'm pointing at.
Yeah. But still, I mean, yeah. So okay, and then he's got the A2 birdcage. I mean, if I were to do like one upgrade, I'd probably. Honestly, this is a pretty good base. Like that stock is pretty legit. But I'd probably just throw like a red dot on here or something like that, and just call it good. That would probably improve the accuracy of it by leaps and bounds. Not even the rifle's accuracy, just you as the shooter.
Right. I think if I was going to spend $100 upgrading this, I think half of that would go towards the handguard, and then I'd save the rest until I can get like a $200 optic.
Right.
I mean, because you can get some pretty budget friendly, not crappy, like sporting goods store special LPVOs for I think right around $100.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ooh, so we got the best trendy and unique.
Yeah.
CJ, this is a guy named Yuki Saito, or at Saito _ Yuki on Twitter. He's running a CJ build. This actually kind of looks like CJ's gun.
This kind of does.
It's got the Anderson lower and upper with no forward assist or dust cover. He doesn't know who made his upper.
Okay.
It's got a Faxon 8.5-inch barrel with the Arrow handguard, the Daniel Defense vertical grip, SMS Trinity laser aiming module, and then a Vortex 3X Spitfire with a BCM grip and stock, of course.
There you go.
And then he has an FRT installed. And he built this gun because he wanted to shoot fast and he wanted to shoot quiet at night. This is definitely a CJ build.
Absolutely. And what you forgot the most important part, Josh, right up at the top.
Oh, yeah.
300 blackout, of course. A 300 blackout SBR as well. That's something that I don't have. Mine's still a pistol. I'll probably SBR it this year.
Well, I mean, that was a great time to Form 1 it. They just got rid of the laser engraving stuff.
Oh,
so
did they really?
It's way easier.
Is a pretty sick build. We'll zoom in on this one as much as we can anyway. The thing that grabs my attention that I don't like, I don't like this giant suppressor cover right here. Not a huge fan of that. I don't think he said which one he used, but I don't know, man. I just don't like covering up my suppressor. I know that it's cool if you're transitioning and stuff. You don't want to get burned. That's just my thing, I guess. I wouldn't run that.
He's shooting with an FRT, so he's shooting real fast.
That's true.
With that. So an FRT just helps you shoot faster. It doesn't make the gun fully automatic. I forget what FRT even means. I don't think we're allowed. Force reset trigger.
That's it.
So I don't think we're allowed to have them here in Minnesota.
That's right.
So I don't want to get too into the what it's for, but it does help you shoot faster. And if you're shooting faster, you're going to be heating up your suppressor a lot faster. And he struck me as the kind of guy who's probably out on the range doing drills. Can we rotate this?
Yeah. Let's see if I can't mess it up. We'll cut this out if I don't do it right. Stay.
There we go.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
Okay, great. Now, now
classic combo on the B5 stuff.
I do like the B5 stuff a lot. The one thing that I would say I don't like at all is the fact that it's 300 blackout and he's shooting FRT as well. Like, that's not something that I think you should be doing, just because that's so much money. Now, obviously, if you're trying to shoot the quietest possible, you're trying to shoot the quietest possible as fast as possible, which basically at night, which basically he said was the goal of his whole build, then yeah, that's pretty cool. But to me, that's just so much money that you're spending, like per magazine, let's say. You're shooting FRT 300 blackout. I mean, it's cool if you got the money.
He's got some nice anti-walk pins going on here, or?
Yeah, anti-walk and anti-rotation pins on that, so that your trigger pins won't rotate while you're shooting either, which could cause them to like kind of jiggle out eventually. If let's say if you don't have anti-walk pins or anything like that.
You think you watched your how to paint video?
It definitely looks like it. I think so. It looks like he put some netting around it or something like that, and then sprayed it down. Something like that to give it more
going for like a simulated
vibe.
Digital night camo. If you look at it, the magazine looks like it's been engraved for DNC, so it's a camouflage pattern for. It's literally supposed to be for night vision. I think it's more just for the drip.
Yeah, so. I would also say if I'm gonna spend like $100-ish upgrading this, I would probably say throwing some kind of viz like white light on here.
So the Surefire Mini Scout does both.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. But I don't know if his does. Maybe it does. I'm assuming that it doesn't. For the sake of this, we'll say that it doesn't, and I would just get any kind of like actual weapon light on there because I don't want to rely only on my night vision, just in case I am doing stuff at night, but also because you look cool when you have more stuff on your front rail here. That's the biggest reason why I would do that. Okay, here we go. So we got a bunch of different ones in.
So this was I picked this one because I rated this one as the best collection. Jerry was the only one that posted all of his guns. He didn't understand the assignment. So Jerry, he's kind of a larger person on Twitter. He's got like 30,000 followers or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know, but he, what Jerry's known for is he makes these very elaborate and expensive guns. I'm pretty sure his retirement savings is just these firearms.
Yeah.
So if we read what he said, what did he say? So he didn't give us the exact build in his tweet, but he said the reason that he built these was for mag dumping into trash, but the mod Jerry does it for mag dumping into trash farther away. So let's look at his first. All right, so we're gonna throw some of these up on the screen when we talk about it. So this is like his kind of his long range rifle. It looks like he's running a
MK12. So Holosun 403C. Well, let's go from the back here. So
I like how he's got the Night Force ATAC. This is like super expensive optic, and then he's like, I'm gonna put this Holosun 403 on the top.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, top mounted though, very interesting choice. I'm more of a 45-degree offset guy myself, but this is probably too big of an optic to actually mount at 45.
This is for shooting far. So it's probably just so he can lift his head up.
Right. Yeah. Well, if something were to approach him closer or whatever, I do wonder what. Well, he says right here, 16-inch Chrotic AE barrel. So very good.
Everything on all of his stuff.
Yeah.
Is very good.
Absolutely. I'm assuming this is a 5.56 build. I assume he doesn't necessarily say. If it's a 16-inch barrel, that's kind of what I'm thinking though. Then he's got a Mod Light, OKW, an OCL MOCM5 suppressor, or
so that's an Otter Creek.
Yeah, Otter Creek. So then he's got a ModTech suppressor shield. I do like this suppressor shield because it's a little bit more minimal than just like the big wraps, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So
that's
this one's
what Magpul was going for with that whatchamacallit they put out.
Yeah, that covers the what is it? Which Surefire is it? The second gen.
The RC2.
Yeah, the RC2, right.
I think they make a different one for the RC3 and the RC4, but
okay.
Unfortunate that was not a cross product.
Yeah, cross platform.
Especially because there's so little difference between the RC2, RC3. And
right, there's just that little bump at the front.
He's of course running the CAC, the Knights Armament Company. Or is that just the rail cover? No, yeah, that's the handguard, the whole handguard.
Right.
Harris bipod, super old school.
This is the one with the springs on it and stuff.
Yeah. The Dife Rico. Let's see his next one.
Let's
spend all day on that. So
let's see this.
We need this one.
Yeah.
We need this one in the shop.
This one looks super cool. I like the paint job on it as well. Does not have a suppressor cover on this one. Interesting.
So this is I think this is his take on the Delta Force M4 from Black Hawk Down, the movie Black Hawk Down.
I see. Yeah.
Gordy being one of the guys that popped out of the Black Hawk towards the end to go save that pilot. So he kind of built this. This is actually this is one of Jerry's guns that I have shot.
Okay.
And I think when I shot it, it was before he had the Kung Fu grip on it, and he was still trying to get it dialed in. So when I shot it, it was throwing brass like straight up.
Really?
Yeah. So we were shooting under a bay in Sweetwater, and if you were just a little bit forward of the line, you would shoot, and it would shoot the brass up over, and then it would land on the roof of the what we were shooting underneath it. But this is a really cool one. If you're into clones at all, this is often cloned, never done perfectly.
I do like the Car 15 butt pad right here. That is, that's kind of on this old school, M4 stock right here. That's really cool. That butt pad makes it so much more comfortable than. That's probably one of the most uncomfortable stock. Like the stock A2, or M4 stock is, I'm just not about it. Okay, let's go to the next one here.
I think this is his 416.
Okay, so an HK.
So this is a clone. This is another company that makes these 416s. They do the lowers and the uppers. I forget the name of the company.
Okay.
But they kind of just started with this. This is a piston-driven gun. It's a little bit different. CJ, I don't know if you have too much time with or at all with piston guns.
I don't think I've experimented too much. I know about them. I just haven't really done them or haven't experimented with them at all.
So this is a dream gun for me. I would love. I've been bugging Bill. So there's a guy named Bandito Bill.
Yep.
He owns Sure Shot USA, and he, I think, is part of the company that is doing these cloners for the HK416, and I've kind of been trying to tell him to get me one for a while. I think we need to do a other gas system series because there's so much that's different between like a direct impingement and then building something like this HK416 where you've got like the long stroke and the short stroke gas pistons. I think it'd just be an interesting series of videos for us to do.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Jerry will let us borrow this one day because maybe he'll fly into Minnesota. So he's a pilot. That's why I say this is his retirement account because I don't know what else he's spending money on.
Yeah. One thing I'm not a huge fan of, that he used this one in this build right here as well. The Ace SOCOM, he must like this stock. I'm not really sure why. It looks kind of uncomfortable. It doesn't look that adjustable to me. Maybe I can't see that much. I haven't had any time behind this stock, but...
Your first impression is you don't like it?
My first impression visually is I don't like it, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I would love it if I tried it out. Let me know in the comments if there's something I'm wrong about there. But of course, you have the prerequisite to showing off your gun on the internet, which is the EOTech combo. You have to have that in order to, show your gun off on the internet at all. Let's see. This is the class, like a super duper classic right here.
Is that the spikes? No, it's the LMT.
Well, yeah, the LMT 40 millimeter, which apparently you can, I guess you can use that somehow, some way.
Yeah, so technically,
you can shoot something out of it.
You can shoot training practice rounds just fine if you have 40 millimeter, and I think the 38 millimeter ones are technically classified as flare guns.
Okay.
Because I think flare guns are usually 12 to 38 millimeters, depending on the size of the flare you're trying to shoot.
Okay.
What is very interesting about this build, I don't know if anyone else has noticed it when we threw it up on screen, he's using a PSA Saber 18 upper.
Is that right?
So he's got all that on there, and then it's on a Palmetto State Armory Saber.
Yeah, wow.
Which is debatable company. You either love them or you hate them.
That's right, yeah.
I don't really have an opinion on them.
They're a lot of people's first guns. I know that. And a lot of people upgrade them from there. So, also Jerry's got the Difrico grip. He must love the Difrico guys. It's a solid grip. I think that's another one where you either love it or you hate it.
If you love it, it goes on everything. If you hate it, you just never use it again.
Yeah, exactly.
And B5 SOP mod.
Yeah, B5. That's, of course, like the stock right there. But this is a good overall build, I would say. Really good. Really kind of throwback, of course, kind of.
This is definitely one of those aspirational builds.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, man, I'd love to build this.
I think most people who've played Call of Duty want this exact gun.
But I think I would probably...
out of these four, which is your favorite?
So I would probably redo the Mark 18-ish one a little bit. I'd probably throw 14.5 on there.
Okay.
And do like a GWAT clone. With the 203?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going for the 416 clone right here.
Even though you hate the stock?
Yeah, I might throw a different stock on there. Like I said, I've never used it. I might like it, but we'll see.
What I want to know, guys, let me know down in the comments. What do you guys think of putting stickers on your guns?
Oh.
It's not something I do. But I have been seeing it a lot lately on Instagram and on Twitter. And I'd love to know what your take is on stickers on your firearm.
Let's see. So this.
You want to read that off since you're looking right at it on your monitor?
Yeah.
There?
So this is a gun I recently put together. This is from what do you call it? War crime waffles, I suppose. The 00 donut on Twitter. This is a gun I recently put together kind of to do a little bit of everything, but mostly short range run and gun. I wanted a durable, reliable gun with a good trigger that I could use for two-gun competition without a lot of fuss. Griffin Mark II ambi lower with a Geisley S3G trigger and ambi safety, H3 buffer, always have to call out the buffer, BCM upper, Midwest Industries handguard, how do you say that?
That's Sons of Liberty Gunworks.
Sons of Liberty Gunworks, 13.7 barrel, BCG, and charging handle. Kung Fu grip, of course. Got a lot of Kung Fu fanboys out there. Magpul stock. The EOTech was a deliberate choice, of course, being able to drop the magnifier and use it up close without height over bore issues. The muzzle device is a forward controls, right? 1215 Xeno brake. I also use a Zero and Sons TPC flow through with this gun. I assume that's a suppressor. I think with the flow through.
I think he's using Daniel Defense magazines here too.
Yeah, that does look like that. And then simple, rugged, relatively light with low recoil, short enough to work up close, long enough to not sacrifice too much velocity. So that's a really interesting combo. I like how much thought he put into it. This is something that I hope a lot of people do, but I don't think most do, is, okay, what am I building this gun for, right? What is it? What is the end game here? And I do overall like this gun. I like the Kung Fu grip. Interesting choice with just the FDE grip, though. Kind of interesting.
I think it looks good, though. I think it looks clean. It might, what might be interesting to see is getting another one of these stocks in FDE and replacing some of the hardware on the stock with FDE so that you kind of get that two-tone to match with the Difrico.
Yeah.
Maybe something to think about. This guy clearly put a lot of thought and time into this build, and he's obviously super proud of it. I think that's the most in-depth explanation that we got. That's why I picked him out of everyone, was because he's like, this is what I did and why I did it. Of course, he had to go with the EOTech. Is that a EOTech magnifier, though?
I don't think so. If it is, it might be the Gen 1, but I don't think it is, because the EOTech, the magnifier is usually a lot stubbier than that. It usually is about 3/4 of this length. So I don't think that that's what that is.
The Hollow Sun one.
Yeah, but he's got the light with a pressure pad, obviously pretty nice. What I would do here, too, is I'd probably throw an FDE sling on here and make that carryable. I'm pretty sure he probably does have one. He just didn't include it in the picture or in his kit list. But yeah, what do you think about this hand stop? Would you put a bit more of a grip on there?
No, I mean, I think for what he's doing, that's probably if it's his needs. So when it comes to hand stops, forward grips, I don't usually judge what people are using because you like what you like and you don't like what you don't like, and it's so personal shooter preference. And until you. And the one thing I like to tell people is when you're doing that is like stay open to what other people are using, because maybe what you think is best for you isn't what's best for you, and you don't find out until you try it on someone else.
Yeah.
Like I swear by the BCM gunfighter, but I don't, say, oh, I'm not going to shoot your gun because you got a different, forward grip on it. Or that I don't like your gun because of the forward grip. So this is definitely an interesting one, though.
Yeah.
Looks like it's just like a little kick down nub there.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a phenomenal build.
Yeah, it's a good build. I would run it personally, but I think it's really good.
The gun from Havoc 2-1. He says, I present max attachment options unlocked, 5th prestige. The barrel is a Criterion Core 16-inch. The optic mount is a Reptilia AUS. If you guys don't know Havoc 2-1, he's one of the guys that frequently works with the Dirty Civilian crew. I don't think he's one of like their main on-camera personalities, but he's been in a bunch of their videos. This guy is, in my opinion, he overbuilds the hell out of every gun that he's ever made.
Yeah.
But I love it because he really shows you like what the maximum you can do is. This thing probably weighs like 30 pounds. It's hard to even tell what's on here because he's got so many words.
Yeah, so Geisley trigger, B5 system stock. He's got Leopold, Mark V HD, 3.6 to 18. So clearly a longer range. Yeah, a longer range. Aimpoint Acro P2. He's got the Red Clover gear, click one, right? Which is, I don't even know where that is.
It's the sighting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Perfect.
It's got the Sting IR.
Yeah, Sting IR right here.
No, that's the mall.
Or here, or something. I don't know where it is. Surefire 600V, Griffin PSR5, and then he's got the like all this stuff: BCG, Rabbit, LDR, A rail, BCG. I assume that also means that, and then
that HR. Is that HRT or HRF?
HRF magwell right here. Extended magwells, I really like those. I have a Sylvan one on my gun. I really like it. I noticed a improvement in my reloads, I guess you would say.
I like extending the magwell on my handguns, but I never really tried it on an AR. I might have to maybe mess around with yours to see if it's something I like. Yeah,
it's cool.
I like Havoc. He's a fun guy. I don't know why you picked this. I posted. We have a retro AR-15 that we built, and I responded to this and said, you know what? And then I 6th prestiged his gun and told him he's going to get that new retro gun. He's got to start all over from scratch.
Yeah. No, I like that. And then he's also got, he's also got the tripod as well for a long range. So obviously this is like kind of a longer range, can do anything sort of gun. I would hate to run and gun with this or whatever, like I would want this in the prone and that's like it.
I would hate to walk somewhere with this.
Yeah.
This thing probably weighs 12, 13, 14
Because obviously, if you got all this, you're definitely running a ruck with like a plate carrier, all this other stuff. So you're like LARPing pretty hardcore. So, I mean, you're putting tons of weight on you if you're running a setup like this.
LARP is his middle name.
Okay.
That's what I like about him.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And I mean, my personal favorite about this too is he's got the tactical tape on there. He's got some on the rail. You got to have tactical tape if you're going to be a LARPer. I mean, right? You just got to have it on there, I think.
And the paint job.
And the paint job's
Gotta have the paint job.
clean as well. He painted the optic as well. Some people are scared to do that, to paint the optics, but it's perfectly fine to do. So that
As long as you take the time to do it right. You have to tape off the
Yes.
optic. You have to spend the time with it.
you have to tape off your adjustment dial, like, you know, the part that actually tells you how far your, you know, like your adjustments and everything. Otherwise, you're not going to know.
And your lenses.
Yes. Don't paint over your lenses,
Don't
please.
just trust your lens covers to do it. Unless you've got insane lens covers. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Then we got one last firearm here.
Was
right?
it the, yes, oh, and actually, we're going to go ahead and,
Pull this one up. Let's see Charlie's build list. He's got it on there.
oops, wrong one. It's going to be.
Best long range.
Right
That's how
here.
I labeled Charlie's gun.
Yep.
So Charlie, you guys know him from the Stinger YouTube channel and of course the AT3 Tactical podcast. He saw this as an opportunity to talk up his new build.
And he actually did. There we go.
We got Charlie's gun
Yeah.
up on the table actually. So this is Charlie's take on a 1,000-yard 6-arc gas gun. He's just starting to get into this.
Oh, man.
Like, he wants to shoot far.
He's going to get the bug, and he knows. When Charlie gets into something, there are a few people that I know, like Charlie, that when he gets into something, he becomes obsessed, almost the preeminent expert on such topic. So yeah. So anyway, so this is his. He's got a 1,000-yard, 6-arc thing. He's got a mock. Faxon Firearms Mark X 20-inch barrel. So this is a 20-inch 6-arc barrel. And he's also got the BCG to match it, a Faxon matched BCG or the bolt in particular. Those are like matched head spacing. Very important to have when you're shooting long range so that you avoid any type of movement in that bolt so that each round, shot after shot, is consistent. There's a bunch of other stuff that goes into it too, but that's like super fast paced. Then you got the Dead Air Lazarus 6 suppressor up here.
Got a cover on it.
You got a burn-proof gear suppressor wrap again.
So the purpose for a suppressor wrap on a gun like this is because as you're shooting, you're going to be heating up the suppressor. The suppressor is going to throw out mirage. The mirage is going to get in the way of your optic, and that can affect the way that you're shooting. So putting something like that on the end of your suppressor helps cut back on that mirage. You might still eventually get it out of the very back, but it will help for a longer period of time. And generally when you're shooting like this, you're not going to be going at a rapid rate and just, pop, 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 pop. You're going to shoot like one round every couple of seconds, or just one round until you get a hit, and then you're done for a little bit so that the barrel gets to cool back down just a little bit.
Right.
But
and then he's got a Stinger Vulcan handguard. This is the 15-inch handguard, 15.5. And then he's got a Vortex Viper PST 5 to 25 optic. That should be a very capable thing. He's also got a bubble leveler right here.
I think it's an MDT bubble.
Yeah.
So the reason you put a bubble on optics like this is because while you're aiming, the firearm can actually, he's got this locked in pretty good, but you can actually get a little bit of cant in the firearm.
Which could throw off your height over bore kind of
geometry.
geometry.
All kinds of things. So
Yeah.
I forget what the exact math is, but it's like 1 degree of cant equals like 10 mils or something at 1,000 yards. It's ridiculous what cant does. So.
He's got the Trigicon mount on here, and then an Accutech FD4 bipod right here. And he's also got a lot more stuff that we didn't even talk about, or that he didn't even list.
So if I had to change one thing on Charlie's gun, other than the fact that it wasn't unsafe the whole time that we've been talking, what I would get rid of this Phase 5.
Really?
And I've talked to Charlie about this. I brought it up to him a few times. I think that over time, I think he will find that he wants to take this off. I know he said already that he doesn't want to take it off and that he likes being able to actuate the bolt from this. But I think over time, he's going to find that he doesn't like having this in the trigger guard or having his finger get stuck on it on the outside.
Sure.
That's the one thing that I would change about this build.
Yeah.
But Also, we've got, I mean, Charlie's Cerakote job.
Oh, absolutely. The Charlie coat,
Yeah,
as
the
you said.
Charlie coat,
Yeah,
as
as you
we
said
call it
before we
now.
started, that's what it would be. But yeah, I honestly, I don't know if I would change much about this build. I think Charlie did a really, really nice job. Other than the fact that it's a gas gun and you're trying to shoot 1,000 yards, you're already just making life a lot harder for you.
Yeah, as Rob Furlong says, join the Immortals and get a bolt gun.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, you know, if the goal is long range, then I don't know. I would always say probably just get a bolt gun. But if you're trying to do long range with an AR, this is probably a great way to do it.
Now, I know he said he wanted a 1,000-yard gun. I think he might be able to reach out to a mile with this one. He might be able to.
Okay.
Actually, with 6-arc, I don't think he should have any trouble at all.
No.
It's gonna shoot a lot better than a 308.
Yeah.
And the first mile shot I ever hit was with a 308. So
Yeah.
and that was I was taking a long range course in Wyoming, and it wasn't like a first round impact on a mile. I mean, I shot enough to where it was probably
You didn't hit a mile with a cold bore shot?
No,
or anything?
it was probably an accuracy by volume hit on that first
Well, you
one.
also probably had an awesome spotter telling you what to do as well.
I had a decent spotter.
Okay, cool.
He wasn't like some crazy Rob Furlong.
Yeah.
But he was a long range instructor. He wasn't someone that anyone would know though. It was just a buddy of mine that teaches it.
Well, I would say this is a really, really good, really awesome build. Should we say who's the winner of this little competition?
We don't have like a winner. All these guns have different purposes.
Yeah.
The real point of this was I wanted to kind of show what people are out there doing when they have the intent. So we've seen a number of intents with this. The first guy, you know, I have $300 to build a rifle. What can I do?
Yeah.
You know, he planned it out. He had $300. He was patient, and he managed to build a perfectly functioning firearm that you can go to the range and learn with. You can train with it. You can get better, and you know, you can even defend your house or you know whatever you need with that. And then you got guys like Jerry and Havoc and Charlie who just money's not really something they worry about, and they can get super intentional and just build this like insanely cool gun that lets them do exactly what they wanted to do. But it all starts with planning, and it starts with pre-planning. Like, don't just hop on Retailer X's website, you know, and start throwing things in a cart and hoping for the best. You need to sit down, plan everything out ahead of time, and then really, really, really build something that meets your needs. So, CJ, my challenge for you is to take $600 and build an entry-level AR-15 for someone who has never fired a gun before.
Really? Never fired a gun before?
That's my challenge to you.
Okay. Well, I think I can do that. If you guys want to see that video, go ahead and check it out right over here above my head. It probably isn't out yet, but when it's out, we'll put it right here for you guys to check out. We'll see you guys over there.
The AR-15 is one of the most versatile rifles on the face of the earth. And you know, every single day we build firearms here at AT3 Tactical, and every now and then it gets a little boring. No, I hate that.